we are all dishonest in some way, especially if you define honesty as truth, justice, and purpose, right? So there's somebody I mistreat. There's somebody I disrespect. There's somebody I have a bias against. There's times I withhold information or I embellish information. The question isn't if you are dishonest, it's why you're dishonest, right? And so what I encourage people to do, and I've done this myself, is I look back, just go back over the last week and think about the times you belied your values. You distorted information, you withheld the truth, you fibbed, you mistreated somebody, a clerk at a store. You were disrespectful, you were unkind, you were short-tempered, you behaved outside your values, or when you were selfish, when you put your own interests before somebody else's in a really self-serving way. And you try to make it look humble. Just go back and examine the last 15 or 20 times you did that. You did something of the sort. You will unquestionably see a pattern, because our dishonesty is not random. Each of us chooses behaviors that we protect from, right? Most of us, our behaviors are born of self-protection, not self-interest. We're trying to hide. We're trying to, cover a festering wound. But there's a reason certain people, certain conditions, certain environments bring that out from us. The question is, what's the narrative you learned that told you it was okay? What's the narrative that told you treating that person would make you feel better about yourself? Or saying that in that meeting would make you feel safer than not saying it? Trying to shape that perception of yourself in the eye of those people would make you feel more significant, which of course, none of it's actually true because it doesn't work, right? So that's why we keep doing it. But there's some learned narrative with it somewhere in our story that taught us that by doing that, you'll meet this need. What we have not yet been honest with ourselves about is that it's not working. That need is not actually being met, and that's why I keep repeating the behavior to keep trying to meet it, rather than being honest about what the origin of that story is and changing that narrative.